Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. Welcome to the show. I guess you're wondering who I am and what the show's about. Well, I don't know. I've never really had a show before. It's my first time.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 forgotten 90s TV shows.
You know, I'm starting to feel way underappreciated here.
Go.
For this list, we'll be sticking to series that premiered in the 90s, even if their run extended into the 2000s. However, we're excluding animated shows, which deserve their own list. Did we forget your favorite forgotten 90s TV show? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. seaQuest DSV. The Earth's surface is 71% water, and its depths remain largely unexplored, making it a perfect science fiction backdrop. Set in the early 21st century, this NBC series could be described as Star Trek, but underwater.
Deploy whiskers, Mr. Ortiz. Narrow cone sweeps, feed data directly to fire control.
Whiskers out. Feeding data now.
4 plasma torpedoes, charged and loaded.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Captain Stark, there's still no message from NORPAC Command.
On air for 3 seasons, the series centers on the seaQuest DSV 4600 crew as they protect ocean floor colonies on behalf of the United Earth Oceans Organization. The ensemble cast stars Roy Scheider from Spielberg's Jaws and 90s teen heartthrob Jonathan Brandis.
You, seem surprised, Captain. Or maybe just a little jealous.
Jealous?
Well, I heard you were working on a similar system and, gave up. Switched to hand signals or something?
So?
Nothing.
Spielberg also served as an executive producer for the series. While not often brought up today, it was a fun and innovative show. And who can forget the lifelike animatronic dolphin Darwin? So convincing that audiences believed Darwin was real.
What? Who wants to play? I think he wants to play. He means the size of the tank.
I know what he means.
Number 9. Stark Raving Mad. This NBC sitcom starred Tony Shalhoub as eccentric horror novelist Ian Stark and Neil Patrick Harris as his OCD editor.
Henry McNeely.
Ian Stark. Audrey didn't tell me much about you.
Yeah, she left out a few details about you, too.
Although Shalhoub and Harris would find long-term series success with Monk and How I Met Your Mother, the pair only got 1 season together on Stark Raving Mad, despite an average viewership of 15.5 million.
He fell right over the couch!
What are you doing?
Research, Henry. I'm trying to determine how someone reacts upon finding a decapitated head.
Fortunately, that 1 season was 22 episodes long, enough to show off their chemistry on screen. For fans wondering, what if Barney Stinson had OCD? Or what if Adrian Monk was an oddball trickster? Well, wonder no more.
Okay, bye-bye, Henry. Sorry we scared you away.
You're the one who's scared.
Me? Of what?
Of writing, Ian. Of failing.
Number 8. Sports Night. Celebrated screenwriter Aaron Sorkin found success on the small screen with his Emmy Award-winning series, The West Wing.
Boy, those were the days, huh?
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Al. What do we got here, CJ?
Well, we've got some hot tempers, Mr. President.
Mary.
However, before that, Sorkin created, produced, and wrote the oft-forgotten Sports Night on ABC. With only a 2-year run before cancellation, Sports Night offers a fictional account of a sports news show, which Sorkin based on ESPN's Sports Center.
Good evening from New York City. I'm Dan Rydell alongside Casey McCall. Those stories, plus we're going to take a swing through the NFL where there were more than a few upsets yesterday.
The series includes all the Sorkin hallmarks that have endeared him to audiences: snappy dialogue, the walk and talk, and carefully crafted comedy and drama.
How could you have been married to Steve Sisko all those years and know nothing about sports?
It wasn't all those years, Dan. It was 2.5 years.
Yeah, but they were 2.5 Steve Sisko years. That's like 25 regular
You
years.
think Neil Armstrong's wife was an expert in astropropulsion?
I think she's heard of the moon.
Sadly, it was canceled after just 2 seasons. Too soon. Number 7. Big Bad Beetleborgs. Pop culture icons the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers dominated kids programming throughout the 90s.
Sword on, they've done it! They made the metamorphosis!
Good! Teleport them
But the lesser-known Saban property, Big Bad Beetleborgs, remains a cult favorite. Running for just 2 years, this series could be described as a wackier version of Power Rangers meets Pee-wee's Playhouse. It followed 3 kids, Drew, Joe, and Roland, who accidentally release a wish-granting phantasm named Flabber, who resembles a weird mix of Jay Leno, Liberace, and Elvis. The kids' wish? To become their comic book heroes, the Big Bad Beetleborgs. Unfortunately, the show has faded into relative obscurity, despite having one of the most memorable and, dare we say, raddest theme songs of the decade. Number 6. Farscape. The MCU's Guardians of the Galaxy films propelled director James Gunn into another stratum of fame, and he points to the Australian-American show Farscape as a direct influence.
Hey, DK.
Sir?
Well, you're looking pretty sharp there, Commander Crichton.
Thanks, Dad.
Let's do this thing.
The sci-fi series is about an astronaut, John Crichton, who's launched by a wormhole to the other end of the universe, landing in the middle of an intergalactic conflict.
I'm not what you think I am.
Not a peacekeeper? Yes, we know that now. You have some decidedly unfamiliar bacteria living within you.
I'm from a planet called Earth. I'm human. Homo sapiens sapien.
It's time for us to eat.
Crichton's quips often reference American pop culture, directed at viewers more than the alien characters around him. Puppeteer Brian Henson served as an executive producer throughout, so Jim Henson Company creatures and top-tier puppetry brought Farscape's world to life.
What just happened? It's a perfectly natural bodily function. And it's odorless, so your loyal subjects tell you. You fart helium? Sometimes, when I'm nervous or angry. Attention.
Number 5. Dark Skies. Although Fox's The X-Files set the standard for alien conspiracy TV in the 90s, NBC's Dark Skies still made its mark, despite being canceled during its first season.
This program is being presented as fiction to protect those people fighting in the resistance.
The series takes a historical approach to alien conspiracy theories, using the tagline, "History as we know it is a lie." The show begins in 1960s America, where John Loengard and Kim Sayers have to outwit the shadowy Majestic 12 as they seek to expose the invading alien hive.
I found something. Whatever it is, it looks like it's made of gold. It's that design again.
New spins on history and 1960s icons feature in Season 1, and historical figures from the 70s, 80s, and 90s were planned for future seasons. Still, Season 1 shows enough great potential to be worth the watch.
It's in my head, John. Something is...
What?
It's too late, John. We have her.
No!
Number 4. Clueless. No other 90s movie captured slang or contributed to the American lexicon like 1995's Clueless, starring 90s Betty, Alicia Silverstone.
Ew! Get off of me!
Hot off the film's success, ABC introduced the TV version of the movie as part of TGIF. It loosely continues from the film, with some notable recasts, departures, and additions.
I cannot believe you snagged Lucas. Captain of the hockey team, pitcher, quarterback. The boy does everything. Major snaps shit.
Yeah, but what I like is he's so sweet.
Rachel Blanchard replaced Alicia Silverstone as Cher, while Stacey Dash reprised her role as Bestie Dion. Donald Faison and Eliza Donovan also returned as Murray and Amber.
That is exactly what Jim Carrey's teachers used to say to him. Hello, did you see the cable guy?
Sometimes a genius needs to explore the darker side of his psyche.
It's a shame the show was canceled after 3 seasons, because we thought it was totally fetch. Number 3. The Ben Stiller Show. It's hard to believe that a show created by Ben Stiller and Judd Apatow, starring Bob Odenkirk, would be canceled after 13 episodes.
Look, if this is about work, I can get you an audition. Audition? Audition? No, I don't think you really understand what we're talking about here.
Still, the Ben Stiller show suffered that fate in the mid-90s. The sketch comedy series featured the titular comedian, among other 90s comics and writers, parodying pop culture for the MTV generation.
You know, we're not about the glitz and the glamour, the money and the fame and the power and the touring and the money. Well, maybe we are about that a little bit, but well, I guess that is what we are about.
Ahead of its time, the show highlighted the alternative comedy scene for mainstream audiences. However, TV ratings did not match the well-deserved critical acclaim it received, ironically, after its cancellation.
Are you trying to lead into some kind of a crazy Hollywood agent type sketch or something?
No.
Number 2, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. Before becoming a leading pop culture mainstay and movie star lead, Ryan Reynolds starred in the late 90s television series Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
So what do you plan to do after grad school?
Why can't you just let me be happy?
Because it's not fair to the rest of us.
After season 2, the series was renamed Two Guys and a Girl, with the show focusing less on Beacon Street pizza and more on the characters' personal lives. Set in Boston, the series follows Reynolds' character Berg, his co-worker Pete, and their friend Sharon as they attend Tufts University.
You're a lot of things, but people person? Goes the Unabomber, then you.
Hey.
No. That's why we love you.
After the first season, Sharon's romantic interest Johnny is introduced, played by television favorite Nathan Fillion.
Looking for this?
Yeah, thanks.
Can I get you a tall, cool glass of lemonade?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Coming right up.
Sharon, going after the repairman.
The comedy spotlighted Ryan Reynolds in his first leading role, and the famous Reynolds charm shone for 4 seasons. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Adventures of Pete and Pete. This quirky series typifies Nickelodeon at its finest.
My name's Pete, by the way. This here's my brother Pete. Yeah, we come back here every now and then to pay respects to the squid I killed.
Carol and Company. Comedy legend Carol Burnett brings her classic sketch comedy to the 90s.
So good to be back. I think we've got a wonderful show for you. It's going to be a little different every week because each week, actually it'll be a lot different every week because each week we're going to do a different story for you, and each week I will be playing a different person.
Highlander, the series. Highlander boasts gravitas worthy of the fantasy film that inspired the series.
You made a mistake. I'm no priest.
Attack!
Erie, Indiana. A big city transplant and his new friends investigate America's weirder side.
Gentlemen, thanks for the wake-up call.
There he was, Trip McConnell. What was he? Some ghost that just appeared out of thin air?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. My So-Called Life. This teen drama series treated its subject matter with seriousness and care, managing to be subtle but also heartfelt. Set in the fictionalized Pennsylvania suburb Three Rivers, the series follows Angela Chase, a 15-year-old high school sophomore played by Claire Danes.
I cannot bring myself to eat a well-balanced meal in front of my mother. It just means too much to her. I mean, if you stop to think about, chewing, what it really is, how people just do it, in public.
The series authentically depicted teenage social life and its difficulties, not shying away from topics like drug use and abuse. Wilson Cruz's portrayal of Ricky Vasquez is still revered today for the impact it had on gay representation in pop culture.
If you were about to do it, okay, what would you want the other person to say? Right before?
This won't take long.
No. Seriously.
Don't I know you?
No, for real, like romantic.
A young Jared Leto also stars on the show as Angela's love interest. Thanks to Angela's narration, the short-lived series literally gave a voice to teenage girls. Alas, it was canceled after just one season.
I've been kissed 3 times. No, 4 times. No, 3 times. All of them were people I never saw again. Which I hope doesn't, mean something.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.